All right, a record-breaking 72.2 million Americans are traveling for the 4th of July. New Orleans, obviously a very popular travel destination, and I'm sure there are a lot of people that live there that will be traveling as well. Well, guess what? We're going to have some storms around. We've had them around for the last few days, and I think they could increase in coverage by the time we get to Wednesday. Let's go down to Fox Weather Correspondent Robert Ray, who I feel like I've talked to you down in this city before. You've been to New Orleans a time or two, haven't you?
Just a couple times, right? Yeah, I could walk this place with a blindfold at this point. I think I already been coming here for, 20 plus years. Amazing. And the music is just on cue at about 4 o'clock. And that's why so many people flock here, but they may have some issues, right, with a lot of the travel woes that are going to happen in the southeast, the deep south, and Florida. I mean, look at this. If you're going to hit the road this Independence Day week, well, about 62 million other Americans are going to be out there as well, and it just depends on where you're driving. Well, we drive in the Fox Weather Beast. That's our mode of transportation. We came down from Atlanta yesterday and went through some storms. Yeah, when we were crossing Lake Pontchartrain into New Orleans, we saw those pop-up storms. Pretty unbelievable. Always so visual here down in the deep south, no doubt. But again, over 62 million people, Americans, will hit the roadways. But, you know, that's not the only people that are going to be traveling. Many, over 5 million, will go to the airways. And let's hope that they do not experience what happened in Atlanta last Friday with all that huge lightning and thunder and hail that's grounded many planes, delayed hundreds, canceled hundreds of flights, and disrupted the entire air travel across the country and the world, because that is the busiest airport in the world. Let's hope that doesn't happen. Now, you know, over 71 million people are going to travel over the 4th of July. That kind of rivals Thanksgiving week, where over 80 million travel. But here in New Orleans, gosh, look at all this. If you've never been here, the French Quarter is an amazing place, hundreds of years old, and it has survived so many storms, including Hurricane Katrina. You know, it did not flood here in the French Quarter. Pretty much one of the only spots in the city that did not experience that. And on the mighty Mississippi River, what a great place, as thousands of people will flock to New Orleans this week for the Essence Festival, which begins Thursday. And of course, they're going to experience some showers. Yes, it always happens this time of year on the Gulf of America, where all the showers come down. But nothing significant, we hope, because so many people are coming here to have a great time. Now, speaking of a great time and a not so great time, you've got a lot of elected officials and others worried about the tropical season and some of these storms percolating in the Gulf. And we talked to the president of Jefferson Parish, Cynthia Lee Shang, earlier today, who is just an unbelievable leader here and takes the bull by the horns constantly when there are storms to help out her citizens. She told us something interesting, though. Listen.
I have thought over the past few weeks that it wouldn't be bad if we had a small storm happen, more so that our teams could kind of go through it. There's a lot of changes at the federal government. There's some changes at our state government. And so I think, you know, sometimes if you have a small event that everybody's sort of engaging and activating their emergency operations centers, and as long as we don't have any death or major destruction, it would be kind of a good lead up to, in the event that we had a major catastrophe later on in the season, I think we'd be a little bit further ahead in terms of what the expectations are.
Good points by her. And look at this video, if you can. Look at the Fox Weather Beast, and that's some of the rain that was falling over New Orleans several hours ago. And you know we're working on, Ari, as we're working on really capturing wind speeds from a mechanism on top of the Weather Beast this tropical season. That will monitor, when we're standing on the ground, exactly how fast those winds are because of the Weather Beast technical capabilities. Really a great tool that we're going to utilize this hurricane season. But all that rain that came down to New Orleans earlier, indicative of what they get, those pop-up storms throughout the days here when it gets real hot. But you know, those gusty winds that have come down from the atmosphere, we talked about that last hour. I'll leave the technical terms to the meteorologists, but that dropped the dew point significantly. So before those storms came in, it felt like it was about 100 degrees. Now it feels like it's in about the high 80s with those breezes. Feels really great right now as the music is beginning to crank here on Bourbon Street below, and the festivities already starting here on this Monday evening. Independence Day week, 4th of July. Let's go. Let's get ready. Where's the grenades? Those are drinks down here. I'm going to stay away from those, but you never know. Jared Maloney, meteorologist, and Lloyd Alford, photographer, they may be painting the town red tonight. I don't know. You never know with those guys.
You guys are making me feel a little nostalgic about my younger days. By the way, your temperature is about 86 and you got a 75-degree dew point. It's crazy how it just recovers so fast there. Great stuff, as always, from Robert Ray down in New Orleans. I'm jealous. The music sounds fantastic. It's getting close to the end of my workday, so I'm starting to get that feeling a little bit. Robert, we'll check back in just a little bit. Thanks a lot. Appreciate it.